Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a blooming cold night. So today we're going to be reviewing Woodfordes Wherry, if that's how you pronounce it. Wherry? I don't know. An amber ale, and it says here, a supreme champion beer of Britain. Wherry is a zesty amber ale with loads of flavour, notes of marmalade and hints of sweet malt. Winning awards regularly, it's our most popular beer. Set sail for an epic taste adventure. So 3.8%, so never had it before. I've seen the beer kits, because there's, Wilco's and a lot of places sell the Woodfordes beer kits. And if I remember rightly, I had Woodfordes Head Cracker last year, which is like a barley wine. And it was bang on. Jolly decent. So, let's see what this is like. Now normally, I've got to be honest, the 3.8%ers don't interest me. But saying that, one of the best beers in Nottingham is Harvest Pale from Castle Rock. Not the stuff you get in the bottles, the 4.3%, no, because it's made by Marston's for Castle Rock, and it's not as good. But the 3.7% from the brewery that you get in cask and on draft, wow, amazing. Just goes to show not all beers have to be strong beers, although it helps. So it says here you see amber, and yeah, you can see amber with a white head, good carbonation and lacing, even though it's in a glass that isn't known for that. Right, the smell. It says floral on the thing. Got to be honest, got a bit of a runny nose. I'll have to agree with what it says. It says floral. I can't smell it. But like I said, got a bit of a runny nose, so I'm not. No. I'm getting a hint of something, but I just can't pick it out. So, on to the taste. Initially quite muted, and then you can taste the citrus and especially grapefruit. So probably cooler temperature than I would think you'd normally get it at, but then again, obviously this would be a beer that's going to be in Norfolk on a lot of a lot of casks, on draft rather. Got it out in the end. So I would presume this sort of temperature is what it normally comes at, That's funny, with these supreme champion beers of Britain. What are they looking for? Because I've had some of these beers of Britain, and you have it, and you have it, and you think, yeah, it's okay, but best beer in Britain? And, obviously I'll hold my judgment until I get to the bottom of the glass. Got to say though, it wouldn't be a beer that would interest me. There's no way I'm brewing beers at 3.8%. But obviously a lot of people do. A lot of people do not like these stronger beers. So, there's obviously a good market for it. I mean, I've got two in the background here, a Chateau Neuf de Pape wine and a nice, what will be an 8% beer brewing and bubbling away nicely with the heat. I put the gas fire on in here, so with the heat from that, just for a bit, it should warm things up and help with a bit more fermentation. Because obviously the winter is definitely coming. It's coming with a vengeance next week. Obviously tonight we've got strong heavy winds. I'm glad I'm not flying in it. Yeah. So I went to Northern Ireland earlier this year, and I've flown on quite a few planes, but I'm a nervous flyer. So on the way back we're on this plane and it starts to get a bit, what's the word? I can't think of the bloody word now. Turbulence. We're getting some turbulence. And at first, you know, I was watching people's faces, no one's concerned, even though I was getting concerned. And it starts to get rougher. And as we're coming into Birmingham, we're in the middle of a full heavy storm. And I'm not joking with you. 1 minute we're like this on the plane, and then it's going from side to side, and then you could feel the plane being blown and the whole plane moving in the wind. And I'm like, fucking hell. I've never seen anything like it. It scared the life out of me. And you know, it felt like half an hour this was going on. And I tell you what, my heart's going, and what people around me, everyone's clutching on, holding on for dear life. And I never thought we were going to reach the floor because of how violently the arms were swinging, you know. And eventually, obviously, we reached the floor, and he landed bloody brilliantly, this pilot did, you know. But it was awful, absolutely awful. Every single person we spoke to was, you know, even them, a lot of them are frequent flyers, so that was one of the worst they'd experienced. And, you know, put me off flying for life. I'm going to go next year. I'm going to Spain next year, but hopefully it'll be a bit... We're going in October. Hopefully we won't fly out on a night like this where it's nasty, you know. So yeah, that citrus taste. Definitely there. Not citrus as in hoppy citrus. Just citrus as in you can taste it, you know, it's there. But not too in your face. The grapefruit comes in on the back end. And the further you get down, the more the flavour comes out. I have found this with a lot of beers. You start drinking it and you get used to the beers. The beers, it's washed your palate out with, you know, this beer. And then, you know, the flavours come through even stronger. Not always, but 3.8%, yeah, it tastes like that at the moment anyway. I could see idiots in the background letting fireworks off. Do you know, I'm not a party pooper, but I think fireworks ought to be done by shops, only shops that, you know, they shouldn't be sold to the public. I don't think so. Too many young idiots chucking fireworks around, pissing about, aiming them at houses, you know. And we've had it at our house where the idiots behind us, when we had these idiots living behind us, they aimed rockets straight over the top of our house. And, you know, and they were horrible to the children as well. We first moved in, you could hear them saying, shut up to the kids through the hedge. So I put a fence up in the end. And then I found out years later, they moved to another estate near me, but they moved next to my sister and my mum. And I found out who they were. And, you know, I should have gone round. When they shouted through the hedge, I should have gone round and had words then. Because I looked at them and I thought, yeah, just two little, you know, spineless little creatures, you know. But we did get them back, obviously, because I aimed rockets straight over their bloody ass and then he just missed their roof. So, you know, it's not a war that you want to be carrying on with. That was in my younger days. I've settled down now. Don't do anything silly like that. Hopefully not anyway. But you never know. So yeah, very much in the best bitter category. This is, you know, it's best bitter with a, you know, instead of having a strong malty flavour, it's more citrusy. Still not getting the floral aroma though. I wonder what it's like tasted when it's warm. Whether that makes a big difference to the taste and the, you know, the aroma. it says out of 5 here. It's got 3 out of 5 for bitter and 2.5 out of 5 for sweet. And the amount of awards it's won, you know, quite commendable, obviously. I mean, they even sell it in a beer box where you can casks, mini casks, brewing kit. So, you know, they obviously, in that way, you know, for me, breweries that do that are winning. St. Peter's do it to a certain extent. They don't do it to all their brand. But if you're a brewery, you know, not everybody can get your beers. So why not do beer kits? You know, it adds an extra dimension. People who get your beer kits, word gets around, you know. And especially good beer kits will produce, you know, will get your name all around. I think it's a fantastic and smart move to make. And the flavour really hitting you towards the end. The more you try and gulp it down, the stronger and intense that flavour becomes. Oof. It's got some belt to it, I'll say that about it. So, out of 5 then. We'll run down it, would it? Amber pour, whitehead that disappeared quite quickly, good carbonation and lacing, supposedly floral on the aroma, otherwise I didn't get it, probably because of my nose. On the taste, definitely grapefruit and citrus, and quite intense towards the end, you know. Out of 5 then. For me, yeah, very much a best bitter. Doesn't really float the raggy boat, if I'm being honest. Tastes nice enough, it's just not 100% my cup of tea. But I can respect the drink itself. Out of 5, I'm going to give it a good 3.7 out of 5. Nearly the same as the alcohol content. Definitely though, good for the traditional beer drinkers who want to step in slightly murky waters of citrus flavouring. You know, because that's where this is. It's in that entry level of citrus grapefruit flavours before you go on to something more in your face, you know. And in the end, the 3.8% ABV tastes stronger towards the end, you know, when you've had a pint. Although drinking a pint in 10 or 12 minutes, you're going to feel stronger towards the end. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon.